because what we just saw out of the Bengals is simply incredible. To go from winning 4 games one season, last season, and to being in the Super Bowl right now. This is all about what the Bengals have done. And I will point to the game that they had yesterday, but really what they've done since they've drafted that dude that we just saw on the camera talking in that confident voice that he talks in. I said to me, he's a lot like Troy Aikman. He really is, because he stands in the pocket. He's able to make those perfect throws. And what we're seeing on TV are great timing plays between him and Jamar Chase. When he sees Jamar Chase one-on-one, that's it. No more reading. I'm going over there. This is all about the Cincinnati Bengals. This is an incredible run, Molly. An incredible run to be right here, right now, playing that game. And it wasn't easy because he went through all the top quarterbacks in the AFC to get there. You know what I mean? And what I saw yesterday, because we'll talk about this, because I thought as I measured him up against Patrick Mahomes, up against Josh Allen, I said, I see his ability to make plays with his arm, but, boy, those guys are special with their legs. Yeah. You know, last week, Patrick Mahomes led his team in rush yards. You know, week before that, Josh Allen led his team in rush yards. But I've never seen Joe Burrow do that. But I saw him do some sneaky great things and escapability that I says put him right where he needs to be in the room. This is all about the Cincinnati Bengals. They made the plays when they needed to make the plays.
And they
on that big third down,
out of that hole,
clawed out of that hole.
21-3.
And it was similar. This was similar to the last game. As a matter of fact, that's what I felt watching it. Yeah. Big run in the first half, and Cincinnati coming back in the second half. Do not, Stephen A., and do not, country out here, take this away from Cincinnati. You have earned this. So don't listen to these people that tries to take this away from you, Cincinnati.
Well, I think the thing that's very, very amazing, that I find utterly amazing, to be quite honest with you, is that I never played the game of football, never wanted to play the game of football. I damn sure wanted to watch. I didn't want to play. I never want to play football.
I know why.
Okay?
You couldn't take getting hit.
No, not with my legs. No. I can't do that. But I will tell you this. It's just amazing to me that I never played. I'm not a 3-time Super Bowl champion. I'm not a Hall of Famer. And I'm always right. You're wrong. And I have to teach you about the sport of football. I mean, let me educate you. Excuse me. Let me educate you.
Go ahead.
Step back. Can't call your sister for help. She can't help you right now.
Go ahead.
You're young. Okay? You got to listen to me, okay? You got to listen to me here, all right?
Let me turn this off, because she'll call me. Talk about, what is he talking about?
She'll call you. Exactly. She can't help you right now. She can't help you right now. Here's the deal. Major props to Cincinnati. No doubt about it. I'm actually the prophet right now. Who's the person that said Marvin Lewis had to go? You got 16 years on the job. 7 playoff appearances, not a single playoff game. The city of Cincinnati was getting on me. I said, excuse me, I'm not trying to say he can't be a head coach somewhere else, but he's had his time. You need a new voice. Zach Taylor and his staff comes up in there. In 3 years, they got you in the Super Bowl. 2 years after they drafted Joe Burrow. You just can't say enough. Jamar Chase is an absolute stud. We get all that. T. Higgins had a big game yesterday. I get all that. Had 100 receiving yards, 6 receptions, 103 to be exact. I get all of that. But this is clearly about the Kansas City Chiefs collapse. There is no doubt about it. Who had the 21-3 lead? Kansas City. Who was up 18 points? Kansas City. Who looked like they were about to blow the doors off of the Cincinnati Bengals? Kansas City.
Right.
Who had the ball? Who was in position to go up to 28-3 and couldn't get it done? Right. Kansas City. Right. Who spent the last 2 quarters plus overtime scoring a grand total of 3 points?
Boy.
Kansas City. And by the way, that's with Tyreek Hill. That's with Travis Kelce. That's with Patrick Mahomes. That's with Andy Reid. If Eric Bieniemy had a hard time getting a job all of these years, it didn't get any easier yesterday. The second half and overtime of an AFC Championship game with those multitude of weapons. I didn't even bring up Pringle. I didn't bring up Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I didn't bring up the other weapons that they have on top of the elite weapons that you had at your disposal. And all you can muster is 3 points. And by the way, you got the ball in overtime. It's not like Patrick Mahomes is sitting on the sideline in overtime and didn't touch the ball. He actually got the ball. But Hendrickson, Hubbard, and those boys got in him. And as a result of that, and Hill, the interceptions and all that, as a result of that, Kansas City's offense was offensive. They were nowhere to be found when it really, really counted. And
that.
as a result, they home.
But you
it's that
act as
simple.
if they was awful by choice.
No,
they
I'm
were
not acting
awful
that.
by force, by the Cincinnati Bengals defense and the style in which they played. They never got behind Patrick Mahomes. They stayed in front.
See, this is why you can't argue with me. This is why you are no match for me, playmaker.
What are you saying?
If the playmaker was on Kansas City Chiefs, and he was on a Kansas City Chiefs offense that had himself, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes throwing the football, Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy calling plays, and you mustered 3 points in the second half, okay, and that was it. In an AFC Championship game, you would be in the locker room saying, it's on me. Major props to them. I give them credit, but it's on me. We should have won this game. That's what you would be saying.
And I should be saying that as an athlete, but right here, I'm saying what I saw as an analyst. And you cannot take away from what Cincinnati did.
I'm not trying to I'm not saying it's my fault.
But okay, I understand what you're saying when you say, hey, you saw how they moved the ball up and down the field. Because I thought, oh, this is going to be a blowout now. And because this is a different situation.
Yes.
You're in Kansas City.
That's right.
If you are
at
Cincinnati,
Arrowhead.
you are at Arrowhead. So I'm giving Cincinnati props for coming in another man's jungle and becoming the lion, especially in that jungle in Arrowhead. You got to give them credit for that.
Listen,
it's not only did they come in and stop Cincinnati, they fought all of that.
I'm not taking any credit away from Cincinnati. Cincinnati did a phenomenal job. I think they got a shot to win the Super Bowl. They could beat the Rams. Joe Burrow is a stud. Jamar Chase is a stud. T. Higgins showed up. Mixon showed up. Zach Taylor and his coaching staff have done an outstanding job. They deserve a lot of credit. Major props. Yeah. Cincinnati should be the city, and Cincinnati should be proud. Really, they should. But what I'm saying to you is this. You look at Kansas City. Let's take a macro perspective. And I love Andy Reid. Andy Reid and I go back to when I was writing for the Philadelphia Inquirer. And he was coaching the Philadelphia Eagles all of those years. You've had four AFC Championship games at Arrowhead Stadium. You've lost 2.